Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're out to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Mahomes now on first down. Caught here by Bell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 37 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
No question at all about his talent, and that's been on display since his first game as a starter at Florida State. On a Monday night, the whole country watching, he only missed 2 passes in the entire game and led his team to a big victory and later a national championship as a freshman.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And one advantage for this offensive unit is the big target, Mike Evans.
Play to his strength, his size and catch radius. Throw it up there, let him go get it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Let him go.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Tyrann Mathieu's instincts as a defensive back, I believe, are second to none. And that allows him to play all over the secondary. He can line up as an outside corner, inside in the slot, and that's difficult to do because you get so much traffic in there. And then, of course, they can also move him back as a safety. Anywhere you put him, though, you know he's going to end up around the football.
Ready, blue ready. Check 53. Watch the run, watch the run.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now the Chiefs offensive starters.
Yeah, I feel a little bad here because we missed out talking about these guys on the opening drive because they were in the end zone before we had a chance to even say anything. But let's keep an eye on these wideouts. QB already has 1 touchdown pass. You know he's looking for a few more before this one's over. Those wideouts will get plenty of opportunities to try and score again.
That goes for Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes, being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Yellow.
Check back.
On 1st down, Mahomes looking for the end zone. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown.
Touchdown for Days.
Sammy Watkins with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Now it's the former Badger, Dare Ogunbowale. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Damian Wilson in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
I don't think you got it, son.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready? Blue lady. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go. Ready to go.
1st down, Winston. That's caught by Howard. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Winston. And he finds Howard complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Winston now. He completes it to Jones. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now Sammy Watkins and the rest of the offense getting set to go again. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score. And NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And going deep for, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 36 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Mahomes now on first down. This for his running back, McCoy. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. McCoy. McCoy's got the first down and more. And finally marked down at the 23. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.